Oh, da. Moare, ce să faceți?
Nu sunt încărcate?
Ba da, ba da. Sunteți pe cameră? Da, mai da.
Distinguished guests and dear friends from the tourism industry of Timișoara. I'm honored to be here with our guest, and I'm very happy that we have the pleasure to have in Timișoara the full members of the Presidium of FIJET. In the meantime, I'd like to say hello to friends, journalists from Italy who are visiting Timișoara these days and are together with us at this ceremony. I would like to present you a very short film about Timișoara, about the city capital of culture, and I would like to tell you that maybe you have to read about Timișoara, that we are the city of parks and roses, the little Vienna, the city of the revolution, and so on. But in my opinion, and I recommend Timișoara to everybody to come here and to see Timișoara not like the destination of something, but to see it like a state of mind, because this is what you see here. And I'm very happy that we have a very nice population, very nice people, which actually are those who are deserving each international distinction. And about the Golden Apron, the people are asking, you know, when you get an award, the people are asking who is giving the award. FIJET is a very old organization, Mr. Tijani will tell you more. I would like to say that when you get an award, it's not only important who is awarding you, but it's very, very important who are the other people who have already get this award. And we are stepping in a gallery of tourist destination which are very, very important, and therefore I'm very glad that Timișoara has come so far. And we want to develop the tourism in Timișoara, to develop the city, would like to become, in a short time, a smart destination, a creative destination, an innovation destination. I have the honor to invite Mr. Tijani, after seeing the short spot, to speak about the work about FIJET. Please, the spot. Just 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
After.
It's a friendly city with over 40,000 students, a vibrant creative sector, and a range of welcoming cultural institutions. A city with over 300,000 people, Timișoara remains true to its spirit, currently hosting 21 cultures and 18 religions. In 2020,
Good morning, everybody. Mr. Mayor, I would like, on behalf of the members of the Executive Bureau of the Federation, the National Federation of Journalists and our writers, to thank you very much for organizing this ceremony of the Golden Apple FIJET. FIJET Golden Apple is an award which has been offered to many high personalities in the world, president publics, mayors, ministers, and many, to the tourism destination that are distinguished for promoting durable tourism and sustainable tourism. FIJET, that I have the honor to share, has been created 69 years ago. It has been created by two associations, two national associations, the French Association and the Belgian Association. But today, FIJET is really an international federation federating all the people who are working for tourism and who are thinking in order to promote what I have said, this is the sustainable tourism. I would like to address my thanks, Mr. Mayor, also to Simi, who, as a matter of fact, has the first idea about this community and of the Golden Aur, and I must say, I would like also to address my thanks to Stefan Baciu, President of the Romanian Association, who worked a lot, of course, to prepare this ceremony for FIJET and for your city. Mr. Mayor, I think that this morning we had a short visit of the city, and we understood that your city deserves to be the capital of European culture, because you knew how to keep all the beautiful city that it was through our time. Thank you for what you have done for the city. And I would like also to mention that my federation is nowadays all over the world. All over the world, we have even in America and in many places of the world. And we are doing our effort in order to have tourism. It's very important for the economies of many nations and many cities. Tourism, as it was mentioned by the International Tourism Association, that the GDP of tourism in the world is around 14%, which is a very huge and very important participation for all in cities and for all nations. But I would say that nowadays tourism needs a lot of efforts from everybody who is interested in this tourism, in this sector. Because tourists of the years, the 50s, is not the tourist of today. So the needs of the tourist of today has been changed a lot. And our duty, of course, that our tourism destination understand this very important change and prepare themselves for the future of tourism. So I would like to thank you very much for organizing this beautiful reception in order to give you, on behalf of the Federation for Journalists and Travel Writers, the beautiful award of our association, the Golden Apple.
Deserve.
Mai țineți puțin. Mai țineți
Please. And the certificate. And the certificate.
Coming.
Yes. This is my
Bravo.
I now have the pleasure to invite Mr. Mayor Dominic Fritz to say some words.
Yes, it's good like that.
Mr. President, dear members of the FIJET board, dear guests, thank you very much for this award, which I accept with humility and also a little bit of pride on behalf of the city of Timișoara. We live in a world that has more and more difficulties of building bridges between people. And this is why I believe that the value of traveling, the value of tourism, the value of hospitality has never been more important than it is in our age. And we need champions for that value. And I thank, first of all, the FIJET Association of International Travel Writers for being champions of that very simple idea that has been existing for thousands of years, that it's good to go to another country, to see another culture, to get to know other people, other stories, other perspectives, and that way to become a more fully developed human and to understand more how we're all part of the same human family. And at the same time that understand how important it is that we as communities develop a spirit where we welcome travelers and tourists into our homes, into our cities, and make them feel this very special feeling that you have when you travel to a good place. On the one hand, you know that you've come to a place that is different from where you're coming from, but at the same time, you're feeling, in a very strange way, you're feeling at home. It feels like coming to a place that you might have known for a long, long time, and where you discover strange things and beautiful things and new things, but at the same time, you feel at home because, I believe, you feel a part of that greater humanity. And this is something that we as Timișoarans are trying to promote and trying to live, not only in this year of 2023 when we're the European Capital of Culture, but throughout our history and in the future. I do believe, humbly, that Timișoara has earned this prize for the promotion of tourism and of travel. Because what we're trying to do in Timișoara is not just to promote a great destination with some beautiful buildings. What we're trying to do is to tell a story and to use the attention, for example, this year that we have through the title of the European Capital of Culture, to tell the story of Timișoara, which is a story based on values, which is a story based on the values of diversity, of innovation, of courage, when we think about the revolution that started here in 1890. And so promoting the city of Timișoara, we're actually promoting values that keep us together as a human family. And values that I believe are also promoted by FIJET and are also promoted by all kinds of travelers in the world, being luxury travelers or backpackers or families or city break travelers. And so our hope is that by welcoming more and more people to Timișoara, we will not only grow our own economy, we will not only grow our own self-esteem, but we will actually have a contribution to further building bridges in the world and to form young people and people of all generations that have a strong foundation in values in this world. And of course, as the European Capital of Culture, we hope to contribute to a stronger Europe and to a Europe that knows that it can only hold together if its people get to know each other better and better, and if it is founded not just on an idea about prosperity, but also on an idea about common values and about what binds us together. And I'm very confident that Timișoara is living up to this mission and to this ambition in this year and in the future. But of course, we need allies on that path. And by giving us the Golden Apple this year, you prove to be an ally in our dream of building bridges in Europe, building bridges in the world, and of making the story of Timișoara a part of a larger story of humanity. So thank you very much again for this honor. We perceive it as an impulse to do even more, to promote Timișoara and its values and its story. But we're also happy to have found new friends today. Please spread the word and bring more and more people to Timișoara. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now I invite Stefan Baciu, the president of FIJET Romania.
Bună ziua! Voi strica puțin traducția și voi vorbi română. Să o Ana să traducă. Vă mulțumesc tuturor că sunteți prezenți aici.
Thank you all for being present here.
Colegilor mei din FIJET România și
To my colleagues from FIJET Romania
și colegilor din FIJET World.
and to my colleagues from FIJET World.
Pe de altă parte, aș dori să mulțumesc Timișoarei.
I would also want to thank Timișoara
pentru că în decembrie 1989
because in December 89
ne-a redat libertatea, nu numai mie, ci și tuturor celor din sală.
and not only to us in Romania, but for us all in the world.
Aș dori să vă felicit pe cei din Timișoara
I would want to congratulate people in Timișoara
pentru că ați reușit să obțineți titlul de capitală europeană.
for earning the title of European Capital of Culture 2 years ago.
Și folosesc acest prilej pentru a vă oferi diplome
And I shall take this opportunity to offer you all diplomas
pentru cei care sunt implicați în dezvoltarea turismului în Timișoara.
For those involved in developing tourism in Timișoara.
Și voi începe cu domnul Simion Jurcă.
I shall therefore start with Mr. Simion Jurcă.
Ok, așa de o parte.
I shall put it
Alex
to one
Muntean.
side. Mr. Alex Muntean.
Domnul Jurcă, veniți să mă ajutați.
Mr. Jurcă, would you please come and help me?
O să le citesc și le vom da după aceea.
I shall read them out loudly and then we shall hand them over.
Asociația Capitală Europeană a Culturii 2020.
Mr. Mayor, how do you appreciate that Timișoara is going to remain a cultural hub in the years to come? And also, how is it going to market itself on the touristic, internal touristic and international touristic market?
Thank you very much. I mean, your first question is really the key question for us now. How can we manage to maintain the legacy as a cultural hub in the next years? How can we make sure, because obviously the budget for culture is very high this year. We have almost 10 million euros just for the cultural program, on top of what we already spent on culture. Just from the city budget, the government is giving an additional 10 million euros. So we're spending lots of money for artists and so on. But what we really make sure, first of all, what we want to make sure is that we support cultural projects that have a long-term vision. So not just Shakira taking 2 million euros and then she leaves and we will never see her again. Obviously, if somebody has connections to Shakira, we're very happy to welcome her to Timișoara, nothing against that. But really, we want to support projects that understand that they have to come up with a longer-term vision. And another important key in this strategy for a longer-term success as a cultural hub is also our cultural infrastructure, where right now we're transforming 5 old cinemas that some of them were for 20, 30 years were not used anymore. We're transforming them, we're refurbishing them, transforming them into cultural centers all over the city. We're transforming an old tram depot into a center for arts and technology, because we know that once we offer space, people will fill up the space with their ideas and their collaborations. And so this will be a very important legacy. And in terms of marketing, I have to, make a confession. Although we are now the big winner of the Golden Apple, but Timișoara is only in its is still in baby shoes when it comes to tourism marketing. We founded together with the Association of the Restaurants and the City Hall. The Association of the Tour Guides. We founded only last year the Association for the Promotion of Timișoara, and so we're only getting started. But obviously, we're relying very much on our geographical position. We know that we have to have an international outreach, and that our national strategy even is also based on an understanding that Timișoara is a city of international importance. So even for somebody from Suceava or from Craiova traveling to Timișoara, we want them to understand they're coming to a truly European and international city, and they're getting an experience here that is comparable to an experience in another great European city outside of Romania. So maybe I'll leave it at that.
Greg Bute, Cațavenci și ora de turism. What's the status of the DMO implementation, the Destination Management Organization here in Timișoara? Which are the problems you are confronted by, and what's the horizon of time that you consider will be a thing? Thank you.
Thank you very much. We've already sent our application and all papers to the Ministry of Tourism. and after the new law for the organizations for the management of destination management, we're now waiting that the law is being applied, and our hope is that within the next months we will transform. That's the basic idea. If I say we, it's the Association for the Promotion of Timișoara, where the city is a member, transforming it into an official OMD by Romanian law. And we would be the first one to do so in Romania.
And what is happening now in the world, innovation, creativity, durability, and essentially for a sustainable tourism, the big movement in the world of the industry of hospitality. What Timișoara is so beautiful, sitting for only one day, as I have said, are you doing for this movement of sustainable tourism in the city, in the region, in Romania? And do you have some example to tell to the other cities in the region about sustainable tourism, especially with Madam talking about the Association for Solar Technology? Thank you.
Thank you very much. We're very much aware that the issue of sustainability is becoming more and more important for tourists. And so what I can tell you first of all is that in terms of our city's strategy, in general, we have a very clear plan for a transition towards a green economy. One very important pillar of that plan, which is also relevant for our tourism, is our public transport system, which we believe very much in. And right now we have secured funding, European funding, to replace our whole fleet of buses with electrical buses, to replace our old fleet of trams with new trams, more efficient trams, to install tens of dozens of electrical charging stations for those coming with electrical vehicles to Timișoara. And we believe very much that that the future is in alternative transport, and that tourists need to access both public transport, clean public transport, a bicycle infrastructure, but also we're working in several neighborhoods on projects making it a more walkable city and transforming public space so that people don't need to use cars to get around in the city. So maybe this is one example for our general city strategy. And in terms of tourism, we're in talks with the private providers and encouraging them very much to think about offering parts of packages that are sustainable, to rethink their supply chain, such as to rely on more sustainable materials and services. I don't know, Corina, if you want to add something to that department. Okay, thank you.
Bună ziua și bun venit tuturor! O să doresc să vorbesc în limba română. Eu sunt profesor de arte și artist plastic, numele meu Luința Cosmescu. Doresc să vorbesc în limba română pentru că există riscul să uit că sunt în România și noi artiști, cum suntem mai mari, să mă...
I would like to speak Romanian because I don't want to forget my ideas.
Și să nu existe riscul să mă trezesc într-un paradis englezesc. Bună ziua și bun venit tuturor!
Have a good day and welcome to you all.
Doresc să-i felicit pe toți acei care, indiferent pe ce poziție s-au aflat,
May I congratulate
mai
all
sus
those
sau mai jos,
who are here,
mai importanți sau mai puțin importanți, și care au contribuit cu o picătură sau cu un strop sau cu mai mult decât atât, încât Timișoara astăzi
so that Timișoara today
să primească acest trofeu deosebit.
earned this special trophy.
Sunt sigură că toți cei de aici știu ce reprezintă Mărul de Aur.
I'm sure that all of us here know what the Golden Apple is.
Și nu numai felicitările pentru toți cei care au contribuit să se ajungă aici sunt un mare merit.
And it's not only the congratulations I bring to all those who contributed for us getting here.
Și mi se pare potrivit să le mulțumim cu recunoștință absolut tuturor.
Which seems to me a reason for us to thank them all.
Dar în același timp,
but also,
cred că acest mare trofeu,
I think that this great trophy,
obligă Timișoara și timișorenii
is an obligation for us in Timișoara
să se străduiască mai mult,
to strive harder,
fiecare pe poziția pe care se află,
each in her or his position,
mai mult sau mai puțin influentă,
more or less influential,
și să dovedească
and make best proof
că Timișoara a meritat,
that Timișoara has deserved,
și timișorenii au meritat,
and people in Timișoara have deserved,
acest titlu atât de mult râvnit.
This title.
Vă mulțumesc tuturor.
Thank you all.
Vă doresc succes.
May I wish you best of luck.
Felicitări.
Congratulations.
Bun venit în România.
Welcome to Romania.
Și să întâlniți aici cele mai frumoase aspecte.
And may you meet here the most beautiful aspects,
încât să plecați cu amintiri deosebite
of our country, so that you leave
de
with special memories.
Thank you.